We're revisiting a subject we touched on last week about the shift of Tornado Alley to the east. Fox 44's meteorologist Haley Fitzpatrick further explains this question in this week's Weather Wise.
We're on to part 2 of our discussion. Is Tornado Alley shifting east? Now, if you missed my last explanation from part 1 that aired last Friday, you can find that video posted on our website, fox44news.com, under the Weather Wise tab. Let's jump right back into it. Last time we touched a little bit on climate change and the push of dry air from the west moving towards the east. And with that, we lose one of our 3 key ingredients for the atmosphere to produce thunderstorms. Now, on a bigger time scale, we alternate an El Nino and La Nina INSO phase, which usually start in the fall months and end in the spring months. They are the most important climate phenomena on Earth due to its ability to alter the global atmospheric circulation, which influences temperature and precipitation here at the surface. They both occur on average about every 2 to 7 years, with El Nino occurring a little more often than La Nina. During an El Nino year, we experience a much cooler and wetter season than normal, while in a La Nina year, the southern plains and the deep south experience a drier and warmer than average season. Both systems affect the position of the jet stream, which essentially helps position low pressure systems traveling across the United States. In a La Nina, the Pacific jet drapes across the central United States, which allows low pressure systems to ride a bit further north. But the opposite occurs with an El Nino weather pattern. The Pacific jet drapes across the southern United States, which allows low pressure systems to ride a bit further south. The position of the jet stream and the influence of INSO play a role in the pattern of severe weather. Some data may vary, but in general, springtime tornadoes are less frequent in the southern central United States during El Nino and more frequent during La Nina. Deadly tornadoes have been occurring more often in the deep south due to the increase of nocturnal tornadoes. In addition to that, the terrain is also not as flat, plus the greater number of tall trees makes it nearly impossible to see tornadoes from a far distance like we can here in the plains. The population in the deep south has also grown tremendously over the last several years. When tornadoes rip through a populated town with many structures and buildings, it's easier to categorize the damage left behind compared to when tornadoes rip through like an open field. Also, the south has a larger population of mobile homes present. So many different factors play a specific part in such an intricate question, but there is in fact some science behind the shift of Tornado Alley moving further to the east. If you have any leftover questions unanswered or need further explanation, send me your questions via social media, or you can find me on email at hfitzpatrick@kwkt.com.